This morning, we're tracking some of the key takeaways from the President's State of the Union address. News 8's Joe Habersham joins us with a recap of the speech, Joe.
Hey, that's right. Good morning, Devin and everybody else. Just about 9 hours ago, the president started the night off by promising that our nation is back. And those words ended up kicking off the longest State of the Union speech in history. Trump's 107-minute address broke a record that he set last year in a joint session speech to Congress. But this time around, the president claimed that our economy is roaring like never before. Trump also highlighted low border crossings and applauded his administration's recent efforts in deportation matters. Now, Democrats fought back in their response, arguing that the president's decisions have done more harm to Americans than help.
Tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before and a turnaround for the ages.
Here's the truth. Over the last year, through DOJ, mass firings, and the appointment of deeply unserious people to our nation's most serious positions, our president has endangered the long and storied history of the United States of America being a force for good.
Throughout the night, we saw the president and Congress coming together to recognize the gold medal winning U.S. men's hockey team. Trump eventually would go on to criticize the Supreme Court's decision during last week's decision, like we said, to strike down his global tariffs. And he would reiterate that he would never allow Iran to have nuclear weapons. Guys.
All right, thank you, Joe. In an ABC News poll that was collected before this address, a little less than 60% of voters disapproved of his measures on the economy. The same poll showed Trump's approval rating came in at 40%.
Last night, President Trump honored 2 National Guard members for their service and sacrifice after a shooting in Washington last year. Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, who survived a gunshot wound to the head while on duty, received the Purple Heart in a ceremony inside the House chamber. The president also paid tribute to Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, who later died from her injuries. Lawmakers from both parties stood in applause as the families of the Guardsmen were recognized.
Now, President Trump paused during his State of the Union address to honor a Coast Guard rescue swimmer credited with remarkable heroism during last summer's deadly Texas floods. Petty Officer Scott Ruskin, who helped save 165 people amid catastrophic flooding in Texas, was awarded the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism. In a standout moment on the House floor, Ruskin was reunited for the first time with one of the children he pulled to safety. Now, the full State of the Union address is now streaming on demand off of the A+ app. Download on your TV and watch for free.